we get to see from them.
Yeah, a brand new map coming out for the map pool of the Union. They've only been forced to play 3 thus far, but the 2 that follow after this one are their comfortabilities in Fracture and Pearl, as Rafa's actually able to get the first kill, taking Nismo down. Getting rid of the Raze here on Lotus is everything for the Union.
Poison orb emitting.
The 2 of the players, the explosive ones that we always talk about, and is the Raze players as well. Something that we've seen more and more recently, the teams finding success into this Raze, but Nismo is actually the one who goes down first in that space given to M80.
Yeah, everybody from the Union just around the corner. Smoke goes down, bodies just might start to fall, the shots go wide, and it's the Union out on top momentarily as ZU steals one back. Gu not quite in the fight, he'll slowly start to work his way in to try and supplement Pank here. Another smoke to follow. Koala now under fire, just about getting run down. Gu to find the next and make it 2. He finally finds his way into the fight, and he's the guy to get it done. This pistol belongs to the Union.
Thing is turning around a little bit. Joan Cutie taking some damage, 17 HP left, and pretty aggressive position in the meantime. The Union holding, trying to get clear things to the Prowlers of that fade, and a little bit of fake confidence could be winning on the other side, but no way, Nismo gets it too.
Yeah, this is why you got to deal with that guy, right? He was not allowed to play in the pistol round. Force up, fast forward into the next. And he takes down 2. There's a really good snakebite lineup from Xander that forced NTK off of his angle. And because of that, fought a little too far forward. Nismo will eventually be dealt with, but numbers advantage, time advantage also still in favor. Rafa's just got no way out.
What can he do?
Okay, yeah, eventually Xander will run him down. Koala dealt with. Here comes the retake, though. Pank and Gu, hand in hand. They had to do it in the last round. Now they get to try it again here in this one. As Gu will fall, Pank's just gonna stick this one. Hopper on the corner. The classic gets it done. The force works perfectly for M80. If it is a stronger defensive side, we'll see if they can muster up something. Unfortunately, here in this retake, it gets a whole lot harder. Viper's pit is down. Xander gonna stay, okay, no, not disconnected from the play. Instead, he's gonna hold a close angle. And this pit could fall almost immediately. Shorty up close and personal. Pit will eventually go down, but the bodies start to fall on the opposite side. 2 for 3 we go. There's a few more shots from NTK. Narrowly missed their mark. Koala Shrouded steps into the high grounds, but this has been red. Gu ready on this angle. A rifle picked up. Nismo better on the shots. And now with 5 shots left, 5 HP. Gu RVN can only hope for some damage here. The spike should blow. M80 should find another round.
Maybe a rifle, but getting out of this positioning not going to be easy at all, especially if 5 HP gets spotted.
This bit of utility. Now M80 set their eyes on this B side. First one down. Nismo somehow allowed to find that kill. Xander grabs another. This defense whittled down to 3. Asuka gonna try and beat the timing as he beats the paint shells, both 44 HP. He's gotta be perfect. Ooh, and he is.
Now it seems like the smoke going off was a difference there for the Union, but a 2v1 for Pank to deal with.
Yeah, Rafa finds 2 huge kills. Paranoia comes through. Pank gonna try and sneak away, but shots in the back from John Cutie from Rafa. Nismo gets put in a bad spot. Oh, this util on the site, and there's that lockdown that you talked about. It should force M80 off. It's gonna force their hand. Do they plant or do they look to run away? And it's go elsewhere as Nismo finds 1 NTK here to receive. The attack trying to rotate over towards this A site. And the lockdown has since subsided. The spike has fallen. John Cutie going left, right, front, and center, finding frags, but needs to do it again. A player down or M80 as they work their way back into this round. They've opened up the A site, and quickly, Askia and Rafa will rotate towards the A to try and match.
And the time here is so low, but it's just enough to get the spike planted. Lockdown now available on the other side, as he has been for John Cutie. EU finds a pick.
And you have to respect Asuka here. Not using the lockdown could be the end of this round. This guy finds frags, unfortunately just could not find. And still keeping pressure, right? Making sure that they don't have this C site as an option. M80 down a player, maybe looking to pressure B as they shoot their way up the guts. Nismo, paint shells in hand, will force one back. Askia be forced to respect that one. Inside the smoke, the duel goes on. Gu will fall. Now the odds are even, but only for a moment. Beautiful paint shells to deal with Nismo, but a Viper's pit to work through for the defense. And the players are on the inside. Koala gets spammed. Pank will collect one. Here on the retake, Xander and John Kitty gonna try and hang on. They find 2 kills for themselves. The decay starting to come through. The pit still stands, and Xander will be forced forward. But Askia goes fishing in the dark and comes up huge.
For the side of the Union, a repositioning seems like for the Union, a little bit heavier towards A. Once again, Pank does it.
This time, Pank's gonna go for more, though. Last time he found that kill, he backed away towards the C site. Are they expecting this? This turret does nothing for M80 with John Cutie off the board. Another B site push with the spike planted. Paint Shells put Rafa in a tough spot. Forced to give it up. Now they know that there's a judge. They can play the long-range battles.
Call on this Omen with the operator. You get to see that, and you get to see the last kill as well going his way. And a Union on the other side trying to look for a comeback in a map that they're not the most comfortable with, as we've seen and as we've looked at how the map pool has looked for them throughout Ascension.
Oh, that's a great lurk. With Rafa split this far across the map, I wonder if M80 maybe look to explore out towards B. Instead, they're just rotating safely through their spawn. Xander out of util. That snake bite gets used.
Toxin screen down.
And Rafa's calling the troops.
Quite a lot of movement. The door being opened. And the 2 players that raised the killjoy expecting maybe the push to come through on this side, but the read for the Union is actually ending up on A. All thanks to the pick that we saw for Rafa early on.
Koala comes into this one with the paranoia. Flashes his way through the tree, the running gun, and he just falls short. Right clicks don't land. Rafa gets the better end of the trade, and 5 are still alive for the Union here in the pistol.
The spike planted and that retake 3 players, Joan Cutie, Xander, and Nismo. A tall task, but 3 players that have been insane on this map so far.
And flash in hand, NTK gets caught out. Oski now gonna try and hang on. The Frenzy can't get it done, it's a classic instead. Nismo in the back lines. Xander works his way forward. Good snake bite on the spike. The snake bite on the pistol is just so strong. Pank collects 1, forced to reload. Now 2 remain as John Cutie a couple of right clicks later. And they'll fall short. The Union start their comeback now in the pistol. Yeah, 1-3-1 though for the Union. They dog their way through. Paranoia follows. John Cutie can use some of that utility to try and delay. Meanwhile, into the back lines, the Union go, but 2 players have been dealt with. This bonus round is looking much like a bonus round. This Koala shrouded steps right into more danger. And it's starting to get spun around. It's starting to get flipped on its head. There's upgrades for the Union Dryad.
And you get to hear the audience as well in the background celebrating each one of the kills that the Union is getting. A 3v3 once again. And a couple of rifles that have been picked up too by the Union.
Hey, Goo catches you off guard. Good on Xander to trade that one back. Shots through the wall. Pank's playing a different game. He's playing the lineup game. As Xander's been dealt with. Now Nismo gonna try his hand, but as the snake bites come out, they land good on the spike. Angle not quite being watched, but NTK, the spider sense was tingling, and he'll find through.
Got your trail.
Nismo giving that space towards A, and like you said, having to take care of the other 2 sides. No way.
A huge oversight there. Vulnerable walking right into the nano swarm. Goo works his way onto the side, finds himself with John Cutie, immediately gets him back. The util and the rifle of John are good for 3, and with that, Goo across the map, he'll be allowed to plant the spike, but now a 1v4 to try and hang on. Shrouded step used into heaven, and a smoke. This is it for him.
Going out.
There's only so many places that you can hide here. Position 4 at 1v4, not easy at all for the Omen.
He's trying to keep him guessing, trying to mix it up. Takes the high ground, gives it up around the corner. Goo, good for 3. Tries for the 4th, but EU stops the reign of terror.
Making it to C. Nobody to be found here just yet.
Xander hangs on to the A side as well. Hank goes down. And you see the cogs turning. You see inside the mind of Union. Threatened out towards C. Back towards B, now back towards the C side. Xander, ultimate online, gonna place that one down again, cutting off the options as The Judge continues to tee off here. The weapon of choice for M80. And in fine value, now the Vandals will start to make themselves known. And Rafa put in a tough spot. Wants to try and deal with the pit. He'll take the duel with Xander, but things get a little too dicey. And it's Rafa who gets chopped up.
They know where Koala is every time, right? Where this Omen is going to be positioned towards C. And because of that, he's been getting punished, not having the greatest time as well. Sometimes, yeah, being caught off guard, but still trying to back up. Doesn't get anybody. It's all fine.
Welcome to my
Lockdown for lockdown. Oh, and Peng puts the pit. I mean, how far away from this one can he go? He's going to get detained. This pit, he might not be able to get back into it. We'll give up the site for now. Spike is planted.
There's a Nightfall.
You don't have to hang on. Nightfall available, like you mentioned. We'll see if EU chooses to send this one out. Seas is down at the feet of Penk. He keeps the pit alive, though. Finds the kill for it. Nightfall now dealt with the Xander. Works his way back for one. John another. And numbers here as M80 look to close this one out. Sits down to the last. 2 RVN. Has a bit of util to play with. John Cutie, low HP, will take the fight and win it. And here in the first map, M80, they've righted their wrongs from the first time these two teams met, and Lotus goes their way. Meanwhile, I mean, they flipped the map completely in half, and this A site was open for business. This wall will cut off any chance of a quick retake through the site, but it's fast through A main. A dash forward will keep Koala alive. Back and forth we go as Penk gets the better end of the trade. Beautiful flashes, not only from the breach, but from Nismo as well, and M80 have found their way back. A player lead. Make it 2 as Rafa looks to hang on. He's got a backstab of his own. Long range with the classic, and it just falls short. Is seemingly in effect, or will be in effect. Pank does it again. Best Koala Noob. Pank is diffing Koala Noob. From map 1 to map 2, it keeps happening.
Yeah, no matter what agent is being played, what map it is, it's looking pretty good right now for Pank. He was good for that, as he was the only player in the south part of the map. That 4-1 that was being played, that wall goes up and the spike gets planted.
When Pank about to lay an egg on top of somebody's head here. Xander just at his feet. He hasn't spotted him just yet. Now he does. Rafa deals with him. And Pank's position should still be unknown. Good knife reveals a few players inside main. This shouldn't be news to M80 that the attack is playing this way. Flash on the backside. Askia deals with John. And M80 just don't have a way into this one. A Guardian and a Judge. 5 players to deal with. No time to do it. The Union will look to retreat.
The more rounds that happen, the more curious I am to see if
Cam can be taken down. Pank gonna try and find his way onto the side. The A side has been the final destination for the Union. They've been enjoying this one. Xander finds the kill on Askia. Man, make it 2 is John Cutie. Also dancing the dicks atop the site. It's 2-2 for John and Xander. And Rafa, who took some early damage, noted at the beginning of this one. Gonna be left with an alt orb. 1 kill, 2 his name, a resurrection available, but it won't. The IGL for the squad, and Koala thinks that he's got him read like
wow,
a book. As Askia puts himself out there, unfortunately, all alone means he walks away with nothing.
M80 with no fear right now, playing
Cage triggered.
again, fired up and ready for this matchup, getting for a couple more rounds. As there's an eco coming through for the Union. Rafa actually good for 2 with the Sheriff.
One hiding.
And Pank is snuck onto the site here. Good backstab. This could be the round that the Union get back into it. Finally, Resurrection comes through. A couple weapon upgrades to have. A wall that will stop this retake. In a 2v4, M80 now find themselves in an awkward spot, in a losable spot.
Rafa getting 2, they're massive. Allows for that rest to become available. Go for it. And turn into a 2v4. Also retake with Colin, who having an operator. Just not the greatest to deal with. Getting a little too carried away.
Fragment.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Pank, though, will reassume this position. Shots will eventually be reeled in.
They have the numbers to work with. They can play a little bit more patient as the spike makes all the way to this B side. One that we haven't seen just yet. I wonder if there's a chance to do so. The Trap Warriors are always so dangerous. Some damage taken too by this attacking squad.
I think they're trying to buy out the Rolling Thunder and tap on the
Spike
spike, but
planted.
EU's not going to give this one up. NTK goes into the back lines, will erase John Cutie. Now the operator gonna find a backstab. Knives online. Look at the util tossed out this way. Ult for ult as Koala goes up top. Speaking of up top, on his wall is Rafa, the last one standing, and Koala Noob will deal with him. 4 kills. Ooh, Koala Noob in a bad spot. Rolling Thunder comes through. He dashes. He cloud bursts. He jumps. He leaps, but eventually he dies. The showstopper comes through. Doesn't find too much. Clears things out. Nismo steals the body back. No command online. Now all the utils shut off here. Suppressed are the Union members, but they flash their way on through. They'll deal with the robots. Now have 2 more to worry about. A healthy 2 as they get run down. Xander, 1 with the molly, 1 with the rifle. It is chaos, but it's M80 on top again. There is a backstab around the corner. The Union playing the opposite side, like you mentioned, coming from the north. Oh, beautiful kill there. I mean, none of them have been going the way of the Union, but finally Rafa flips the script. Nismo survives with 55 HP, and I can't imagine it's gonna be for much longer. Beautiful stun, the orbital strike behind it. Down to 30 HP is Zaskia, but there's still players ahead. Make it 1. The odds get even. Don Cutie hops his way back into the kill feed. Nismo 2 of his own, and a round that looked so good for the Union immediately gets flipped on its head.
Especially as Xander goes down, you think that is the chance for the Union. Xander getting caught, very uncomfortable position right on site. Just trying to use our orbital strike, and yet he's a 1v3 once again. Pank, the last one alive. Gonna get caught by EU most likely. Yeah, the shorty is gonna be enough. 8 rounds for M80. The reads every single round have just been insane by M80.
Yeah, this has been an interesting spot though. Pank's spot inside drop, I don't think it's been completely noted because of that 1 round that he was able to sneak through, and Rafa does it again. 1 hero rifle. Now Pank drops onto the site. They immediately flood. And the A site belongs to the Union. They have to hang on to it.
Careful, breaking the wall. Gets 1.
And things get awkward. 2 players try to push through the door in Sands, and they've been dealt with. The crowd. The Union chants. The thunder sticks.
Yeah.
The A site though, again, M80 just have the right call on the strong side. Oh, but the wrong call for John Cutie. It's the play right here on site. Incendiary comes down as well, but Xander's assumed his position, reassumed as the stuns come through. Askia just a second thought here. Rafa drops down, finds a kill with the operator. Wall goes up, and again, split from this A site for the remainder of the defenders here for M80. Can they find a way back in?
In a 3v5, a couple players slow. Koala actually managing to find Rafa with the operator. And yeah, this is doable.
And Fragment at the feet. This is going to force the hand of Askia. Forced to push on through as that wall now has a hole in it. Incendiary will come down. Koala goes over the top, but he's ripped out of the sky. 2 remain. In a 2v3, NTK going to be disconnected from the fight. He's too low HP. Running out of time, though. RM80, a beautiful stun. Who has fallen? Nismo now going to try his hand, but it's EU instead. And it sounds like there should be time on the clock. 8-4 was available to the Union, but in the... And not out of it just yet. The Sage Wall proves to be a tricky piece of util to deal with. It cuts off one side of the map. Gives the information that M80 want to hit this way because they've dealt with it. Speaking of being dealt with, Rafa, just not long for this world. It was the only util that he's found here in this round. John Cutie plants his feet and fights for the B site like it's his own. Now it's all up to Goo. A smoke comes down. 3 players to worry about. Cannot find the first, and M80 keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And now we jump back into the action. A bit longer of a technical break here as the wall once more will cut off one part of the map. And look at the change. They place that wall down and they just avoid it like it's the plague. Rafa hops to the other side and they're hoping that this wall will be enough. No, M80 just gonna disrespect it, look to work through it.
Something that we've seen before as well for the Union this wall, and everybody kind of backing up, not really having that much support, even expecting that pressure to come through this early. And that could be the opening for the maybe last round of M80.
Yeah, Pank gets taken down through the smoke as well. Koala just spraying into Canteen. Will find the frag. Bit of response here is John Cutie. Under fire, Rafa switches targets, finds a kill onto Nismo. Askia behind the paint shells will push his way onto the site. Incendiary's down. It'll force off the defuse. Aftershock behind it. All the utils starting to be dumped here, but that means nothing to continue to delay the clock as Askia pushes through. He goes 1 for 1. as the Union look to hang on. A tap onto the spike once more. Koala good for 3. EU looks to close it out, and he'll do just that in 2-0 fashion. M80 explode here on Fracture, and they give us an all-North American Grand Finals.
Guard against M80 for tomorrow, for those Grand Finals. The one that the NA fans dreamed of, and it is what is gonna happen for Ascension.